Backyard Battles. I'm joined by no one. I'm going to be going through a haul that I just got from my brother's house when I went and visited on Easter. It's a whole mess of Gundam. Let me show you. It's one big drawer like this in here, right? It's a big old tote drawer, and then I boiled it down to another one just filled with loose pieces in here. So I'm going to quickly just kind of pull out a whole bunch of these suits here and just see what I was able to get back from this haul. I'm not going to go in any order. I'm going to start pulling them out here. So got some of the original Gundam wings. I got some of the original Gundam model suit there. Got a random Halo figure. He's not going to make it. Also got a really cool articulated Evangelion suit. This line's kind of wonky. In fact, it looks like he put one of the bigger suit arms onto this smaller suit here too. There's a couple Evangelion. I know nothing about this anime other than it's a whole lot of talking and not a whole lot of the suits. But I should probably, you know, do what everybody does and snap judge something with only seeing about 5 minutes worth of footage. Yeah, it looks pretty cool. Hopefully the rest of the parts are in there. Out of the way. Oh, I got a tall geese. That's a version 1, version 2. Version 1 was the gray one. So I'm not a huge, I really like Gundam, but I don't know all the offshoot stuff. Like when it came out on Toonami, that's when I started getting into it. You know, in the weekends or in the weekdays coming home from high school, I was like, oh wow, what is this? It's amazing, right? There's nothing else like that in, in animation I was being introduced to. So I came in very cold, and then I didn't stick with it the whole time because it was just a little bit dramatic for me. Like, I felt like the main characters were constantly whining about something or just pointing guns at each other all the time. So I didn't really stick with it. So I don't know a ton of the lore, but, you know, suits are really cool. And I know there's all sorts of spin-offs of this. My favorite is 08 MS Team, which is a much smaller scale and grounded, down-to-earth Gundam version. But yeah, I still dig all the toys, and these are from Bandai. You know, right after Gundam Wing kind of came in, about a year later, Bandai started pushing these toys into the States. They're made from like a softer plastic, really articulated, really great movement though. Awesome details. Like this guy, like this belt piece can come up here. All right, we were out of it. You can see like this belt. Anyways, the jet, let's focus on something else. The jetpack though, you know, has these fins that can move back here too. This pack can come off. It's got this shield that can pop right off here. And, you know, I'm never really worried about any pieces snapping off this. It's soft but sturdy. And then it's got this cool open belt where you can pull out the extra cartridges in there. Each of these raise up, you know, all this sweet articulation here. And it feels good. It feels very light. Well, okay, so it feels like a mix. Some of the parts feel very light and plastic, like it should be rubbery, but it's hard. And they move just really smooth, just like bata. I think that the only things I did have, this guy just did it, is the joints would come apart. And I lost some of the bigger ones I had. The clips just got too expanded over time. Even with warm water, there was just no repairing those. So I'm going to keep him in the back because he's pretty sweet. All right, let's keep going. Oh, we got some of the battle damage ones all grunged up with an extra wash here. I don't know who these Nazi looking suits are. I don't know why I think they look like Nazis. I mean, there's nothing Nazi-esque about them, but I don't know, something about the curvatures in the suit just makes me really think German design. I don't know. But I've got 3 of these guys also, so my brother just added to here. Here's another one of these cool aqua teal type suit versions here. Another one of these bad guys here. Oh, same but different. He's just got a fin on the back of his head here. And there is no way. I was going through this bucket on the drive home, so I did not have time to sort all of the accessories and align people's stuff to them. Oh, here's a tall geese. This is the 3rd tall geese I've seen here. This is a white one with a crown. So you've got the one that I know, the gray one. I'm pretty sure that one got destroyed, and then you got this blue guy here, and then there's a gray one flying around here somewhere too. But you know, these clowns can come out of here now. They've had their time in the light. Let's head back to the dungeon with you. Oh, we got from McFarlane Akira. This, let's see if this statue will even stand up. He's so tall, he towers over the rest. Put it in the background here. Boop. Canada. I really wish I had his bike. Of all the things from that line, so freaking sweet. I just recently looked up on eBay though. It's $85 just for that bike that I would use as a prop, or at best like accompanying my Marvel Legends. Got a Samurai X guy here too. Very Statuine-esque. I think he's got like maybe 5 points of articulation. Do the sandals move? Yeah. So the sandals move, so I guess that counts, right? So 5 POA for this big figure here. 0 affinity for that anime. Again, my brother, big into anime when I was into G.I. Joe and Transformers from the 80s and 90s lines, and it's kind of where we diverged in interests, but I guess it kind of converges too, because, you know, here I am with all these toys. Oh, this poor Zaku. So I do know this Zaku. So this poor guy. So I think he attempted to do like a paint job here, and the paints we're using just did not quite stick onto that. But yeah, I would have tried to paint this pink monstrosity also. Oh, got another one of these. Here, okay, you guys are done. You're out. Yeah, I am not close to being done with pulling these guys out. Got one of these guys here, only the pinker version here. Oh, and another one in a blue version here. It's like a video game in the old days. Right, so like the blue was the first level, but then, you know, we shade him pink and he's harder, and then we've got these gray ones and they're even harder. This is a taller scale, so I don't know why this one jumps scale here. Move these. Get you guys out of the way. Goodbye, Brother Grimm. I don't know why this guy's taller. You can see he's a 6 scale. As far as I know, these are all, whoops, get away from the mic there. Got the Gundams pouring over the mic. These are all the same toy company and came out around the same timeline. So why they jumped to like an almost 6-inch figure version there, I don't know. So I'll be honest, these are the wackier ones. I know there was like a Gladiator type spin-off or series where they fought in arenas and stuff, and this is one of them. There was some rainbow one too, and these are the worst ones in my opinion. I I will probably sneak these back to his house and be like, here you go. That's my little Cyclops guy here. I'm gonna put this dude in the background here next to the awesome Beast Bomber. Cyclops dude. I think that was part of the Gladiator ones too. Yeah, here's another one. This pseudo Japanese / sumo with a cummerbund. Why would you make it a belly on your, I don't know. Oh, we got Razar from the original 90s Ninja Turtle. So this will actually go into our 90s Ninja Turtle video that Joe and I are going to do in about a week here. 2 weeks actually. Oh, there's the Evangelion head. Hold on. Oh, that was my wife. She came over to see who I was talking to quietly in the garage here. And then I got Age of Apocalypse. So I actually had this figure. My brother and I got a couple of the ones that came out during the 90s, and now I actually have the Marvel Legends Age of Apocalypse version. So I think I'll just put him side by side. You can see it, the rando. Okay. Oh, I actually do know who this guy is. Out of the way, you pink monster. Heavy arms. There's 2 of them in here. One of the things I absolutely despise is chest cannons. He comes with 2 of them, of course. This little cute little guy. Oh, see the soft suit again. He looks soft, and you know they just have these really rubbery. I don't know how to describe it. They're just a soft plastic joint, and they just pop out. That's not broken, but he's pretty cool for his. Oh, this poor little guy, missing some legs there, soldier. Yes, this is. I'm still shuffling around deep into this bin here. There's no way I could fit all these onto the same shot here. This looks like a tall gaze to me. It's supposed to have some sort of wings, or no, these are where the blades come out the back here. And he's got these very feathered-esque pauldrons coming off here. Oh, here's Death Scythe again from Gundam Wing. So I know, well, I kind of know. I'm pretty sure I remember those. Finn loved this dude when we were driving in the car because he's got these wicked underarm blades there. I'm pretty sure this probably came from the Gladiator line too, if I had to guess. There's just, you kind of get a feel for like the themes or which era they came from based on their designs and like the accessories and stuff that they have with them. So again, not a huge fan. If you know these and you're like, oh man, that's blah blah blah, let me know, because I have zero clue and I did not want to put the effort into looking all these up before I did this. I love these suits because they come with this extra add-on armor. It's really cool. See, so boop, and all these blue pieces are two-sided and they clip together around. You can see on one leg's thicker than the other one there too. Really, really fun to have these guys get smashed up and just take some battle damage. I don't know what it's called. The name is Alex on the suit there, so I've always been like, oh, give me the Alex suit. But, you know, I'm sure that's nowhere near the actual interpretation as to. Now, here we go. Classic V-wing, V at the top there. Oh, same guy. Never mind. I mean, just not with the armor. There you go. That's a side-by-side comparison, what they look like with the armor and without the armor. So this one looks like the classic Gundam frame here, but it looks very Macross with like the almost a jet cockpit in the front there. And I like that the wings are more subtle. This guy just looks really sweet. The gray accents all over him. He totally looks like he would transform. I bet this guy transforms into a jet. They just rip off Robotech or Macross. Okay, so he compiled the battle damage ones together onto this guy here. You can see how this is washed out and like, you know, parts of it are ejected, and it's got the ruined armor on there too. The battle damage accessories added limbs were a pretty cool feature for some of them. Oh, here's that chicken shoulder guy. St. Paul didn't fell off the guy too. Okay, here is Endless Waltz, I'm pretty sure. So it's when they did like this alternate universe non-canon movie, and all the main Gundam Wing characters had different suits. So this dude comes with, instead of just one arm that has a Vulcan cannon, and it's got two of these guns that clip on there. That one's missing the hand, and he came with two of those. Yeah, here they are, bad boys. So, you know, one for each arm, as if just two of these weren't enough. He's got four of these things. Now remember, these are supposed to be giant suits too, so this is just so much spinning death at that scale. Let's see, whole lot of guns and accessories I'm not going to pour onto here. And here's a poor headless Zaku. So I actually really like the green Zaku suits, because again, I like the more grounded. Those are the ones you see in 08th MS Team. Oh, here we go. Here's the, out of the way. Here's the tall geese that I know and love. So I actually got the new version of that figure that came out in 2021, the 6-inch one by Bandai. I really like this. I actually kind of like the character in the show too, but just something about the Spartan Romanesque head fin, and then the cool extended jetpacks that, you know, like, look at all that. Those open up there. That's pretty sweet. They're independent moving. Whoa, look at all that. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I love all this pleated, not really pleated, I guess, separated skirt and a little shield. Now, I don't have his shoulder cannon that's on here, and I'm pretty sure, yeah, you can mount this here, this rod here, shield over there too, so it doesn't actually have to hold it, so it's kind of like a shoulder mounted. So cannon is in here somewhere. Again, I have not taken any time to sort through all this yet. I was definitely like, when it was my turn to drive, or my turn to ride back, because my wife and I switch out when we drive, I was had 2 trays of these things in my lap, and I was just having so much fun snapping legs back together, or looking for parts, or being like, oh, I think I remember this guy. There's another one of those Cyclops dudes. Get these bros out of the way. Ooh, so I know some about this from Gundam Wing. Sandrock? These are the sand guys that fight. It's a nation for one of the pilots, and they are really cool. They had, in the show, they actually came out with like a lot of cloth and stuff, and they were used for camouflage, and they popped out, and they were pretty neat. There's another pale blue guy. I don't know, those pale blue guys are so cool looking though. Like, what a ridiculous color to have a military battle robot. But see, there it works. Here, it does not work, but it's mostly because the suit's designed there. Let's see, what else we got here? Almost through this. Okay, I don't know who this guy is. I like the pale shade of like the sand kind of color with the blue and the green. I actually had that guy too, and I can't remember how you get the shoulder cannons to come over. See, yeah, well, anyways, it's got these cannons, and they do this thing where they like slide. Like, I don't know if it's supposed to be a recoil action or if it's just moving over the shoulder. I don't remember. I did remember buying this figure and opening them up and using the cannons, but then being like, this is awkward, and I just took them off and used them in the hands. Okay, so now I make some space here. Make some space, people. Make some space. All right. Some of these are his, and some of these are definitely mine, because I distinctly remember going and purchasing a good many of these for myself as well. So I don't know how many of these are my brother's, how many of these are mine. We've mixed up our collections over the years, but I know that these guys go to Gundam 08th MS team. If you haven't seen this, if you've watched any of my videos and there's any mention of Gundam, you've heard me talk about that show. It's my favorite. It's my favorite Japanese animation show. Yeah, let me put it that way, show, because I've got a movie that I like better than that, right? But why these suits are cool, before I start pulling them all out here, they have this alternate little backpack you can put on here too. It's kind of like a jetpack, right? But you can pop that bad boy off, nice and soft. And then they have these big old backpacks you can put on there, and they can actually open up, and you can put some guns in there. And so they've got real deployable backpacks. They mount and move around. Then they had a collapsible cannon too that you could take apart and stuff in there. And here's the classic firearm that this one comes with. That it looks like a light machine gun, but these are giant mech suits again. And that one's got the or the dirty wash on it too. Here's the normal without the dirty wash. You dirty, dirty little wash. Go ahead. Why not? Why not a third? You know, you're gonna army build something. Why not? Why not a fourth? You know, cool gray. You can always use more of those. In fact, you could always use a fifth, sixth one, actually, because I miscounted the one in the back there. So that's enough of those gray ones there. But then that's all the backpack ones that came out of this box. I know I've got more than that. And let's go ahead and move some of these. Oh, I got a dead body down here, as usual. And you've got some of the Zaku's. The Zaku's are neat because their backpack is actually a mounted cannon. This thing too. It's got a little jetpack backpack there, or you can mount in. And this was pretty sweet. It just fits around the whole back frame there, so it just fits right on. No little things that are going to snag and break off or anything like that. You got a Zaku. You got yourself 2 Zaku's here. And if you're going to have 2, well, got to have an odd number. So might as well have 3. And if you're going to have 3, you might as well have an even number. So you have a 4th, which is headless. And you can't just have the green ones, because you get a little variety. So you're going to go ahead and camouflage them with the banana fields, because that's the only time you would ever have that much yellow, brown, and green on something, is if you're hiding a banana field. And you probably want a buddy to go with you. And that buddy might get bored of you and need to complain about you, so he needs to bring a buddy 3. So that's 3 there. And then, you know, to just make sure that you know who's in charge here, you'll go ahead and just give yourself a red version. And that person needs, you know, the ultimate BA warrior here, so they're just going to go ahead and get this horned guy, because why not, right? So you got to make sure that if you're army building, you've got a little bit of variety in there too. And then I have 2 more suits to go for. I've got another one of these little guys. I'm just going to pump them back here. Nope, here I am. And then I really wanted to talk lastly about the creme de la creme. Actually, I didn't mean to say these for last. They just ended up at the bottom there. The little single pod that was in the first episode of 08th MS. They're out in space before you even get to his Gundam suit. The main character pilots one of these bad boys and goes to a derelict ship to go rescue somebody. And it's only got, I think in the show they described it as like a 50 cal basically. It's just like an autocannon. And the Gundam suits are out in space, so he has to fight with one of these two. But I don't remember who this came with. I only got 2 of them. So I don't see anyone in here that's just 2, because then I would naturally be like, well, there's 2 of them. There's 2 of these, so voila. But no, there's 15 of something. So maybe it was this gray guy, you know, which I don't remember being in that show. So I don't know. All right, that is, oh, and the other thing that I was actually really happy to get, which isn't even Gundam related at all, and he's not here because I already put him up with my superheroes, is the Max from the 90s. And this is the little Is that came with them. A really weird show. That's going to be too much of a tangent for me to talk any more about that. So that's it. I just want to show the haul I got from Easter. Like my boys and I, we have not even started to dig through all these. But yeah, I'll see you guys next time.